Hi, welcome out to the Unscheduled podcast. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Holidays, whatever you celebrate. Happy Yuletide? Sure, why not? What's up, guys? Glad to have you here. And with me, per usual, the man, the myth, the meme, my best friend, Javi.
Hello, yes, I'm a meme now, guys. I don't know if you guys knew this already, but as Zach just inferred, I am now a meme. You guys can feel free to just use my name in your Discord servers, and I'm sure people will get a crack out of it. And yeah, but Zach, it's not just us two, right? We've got a guest on for today.
Yeah, very much so. We have the master of Christmas, as I would like to call them. Ladies and gentlemen, drum roll please. Abby 14 Winky Face is on today.
Woo! Yes, I am. I'm so hyped for Christmas. Dudes, it's almost here.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yep, as of the time of this recording, it is Christmas week, so yeah, a lot to look forward to with that.
Yeah, it's our first. It's our very first Christmas episode.
Mm-hmm.
So
sorry, but I feel like I need to throw this out there. Just as you guys know, Unscheduled is not planned out like in advance that much. But what we do, like, what happened is, so this is the Christmas episode, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Guess what number episode this is?
25?
25?
Yes, it's 20,
oh
it's
my
episode
God.
25. Yep.
Wow, that totally went over my head. Wow.
We did not plan that out. We had no intention of doing that ever since we started the podcast, but here we are.
Oh my gosh.
They planned it since the beginning. It just happened. It was fate.
It was us the entire time.
Yeah, it was the long game.
Oh my gosh. That is incredible. I did not even
just go over your head.
Yeah, no kidding. That didn't even register to me until just right now. So yeah, but hey, that's the miracle of Unscheduled.
Yeah.
And you know, it's just it's really fun because like you and I were thinking Christmas and we're like, okay, we've got to have someone on for this episode. We got to have someone on.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're just like, who is the one who loves Christmas the most? Immediately, both of us, just Abby.
Yeah.
I mean,
Abby.
Considering that Mariah Carey's "All I Want for Christmas Is You" is the top 35 in my 2020 playlist.
Yeah.
I think that goes to show, you know, I celebrate Christmas all year round. Like I'm buying presents since the beginning of January. It's
I mean,
I love this holiday so much. It's an excuse just to buy everyone gifts and like they can't complain about it too hard because it's just in the spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
You know what's even funnier about that top 20 that 2020 thing is that like the Spotify Wrapped comes out in like early December, and that's before like really Christmas even starts. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so it's
like, I think that's why they do it though. I think that's why because they're just like.
No, but that's what's so amazing about All I Want for Christmas being in her top 35 is because it's not even Christmas time technically when she's listening to it.
Oh, Abby and I have had literal. I say arguments, but they're really not arguments. They're like they're more intense than. Yeah, there we go. I was gonna say it's more intense than it is a discussion, but less malintentions than an argument.
Mm-hmm.
And like we've just gone back and forth between Christmas and Halloween.
Yeah,
and this girl still refuses. This girl still refuses to watch The Nightmare Before Christmas.
It's not that I refuse to watch. I just never watched it while I was growing up, and like I don't have the urge to watch it. So it's not like I'm actively avoiding it. It just hasn't popped up on my screen, and like I watched it. Like it just hasn't happened.
Okay. Yeah. You need to watch it then during this Christmas weekend or like this Christmas week because now is the perfect excuse to watch it.
I mean, it could be, but like I have a game. I have games that I need to go through. So I have priorities.
See what I'm talking about here? See what I'm talking about?
I'm not actively avoiding it. My priorities are very skewed. Right now it's video games, job, everything else.
No, I totally concur. Like when it comes to like media, movies are probably like below puppet shows. And like you know the Muppets and shit like that. Like that's probably where it falls. Like
that
I think okay, I will agree. Movies are not my highest priority.
Yeah, like for me, it's definitely
media.
Yeah. For me, it's definitely right now. It's like reading manga, playing video games, and then streaming. Watching streams as well.
Yeah.
But it's funny. I'll like watch like a 3-hour stream of someone like. There's this guy. Okay, so there's this guy. So there's this guy who literally his whole thing is he is trying to get to level 99 in the first dungeon of Persona 5. And I will watch like 3-hour streams with that, but I can't be bothered to watch like an hour and a half of like an actual compelling story. You know what I mean? It's like, or like a season of anime. You know what I mean? It's like, what
Oh
the
my
fuck am I
God.
doing?
See, I think right now, definitely for me, my media consumption is like video games is number one right now, and I think that's just it for most people right now because
That's
COVID and
definitely.
everything.
Mm-hmm.
2 would probably be manga reading because I've been doing a lot of that.
Mm-hmm.
And 3 is probably like streams, and then finally movies but movies are still in my top 5.
Okay.
I'd say movies. It's like a tie between movies and YouTube videos. But it's like I can't watch movies on like regular television. I have to actually just pull up the movie itself and watch it because I can't. I refuse to watch more movies with ads now.
Oh fuck yeah.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, we have evolved past the need for sitting through a movie theater like 20 minutes before the fucking actual movie starts and just watching like movies for like trailers for movies that I'm not even gonna watch. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
Not
like,
gonna lie though, I like watching the trailers. Like I enjoy the first 20 minutes of being in a movie theater than the rest of the movie.
I can understand why people want to get there early to like get their seat or something like that. But we also live in an age where you can like reserve your spot in most places. So it's like for me, like like why would I even bother to do that? You know?
Because look at the pretty trailers.
Nah.
See,
yeah.
I can see Javi's point and I can see Abby's point because like in theaters you get the full cinematic trailer, like the one that's meant to like really hype you up and pull you in.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but also at the same time, there's YouTube and there's like reserved seating, just like you said, Javi, that it's like you can literally show up at the last minute and you still have your seat there ready to go.
Unless someone is squatting in your seat, then that would suck.
That becomes a whole other thing, and that we're gonna have a discussion on this stuff in a future episode.
Yeah, but
like right now we're on Christmas.
Yeah, to kind of reel back in, we are. Yeah. This is a Christmas episode.
Yeah,
at least we're trying.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess let's just dive into some of the things we thought of talking about. So. Sure. Let's go with this one. This one's a pretty easy one to start with. What are some of your Christmas traditions around your house?
Nice. Abby, if you want, you can go first since you're our guest.
Please, ladies first.
Okay, fair enough. Let's see. For us, it would usually, well, before COVID and everything, we'd always go to our cousin's house over in Virginia, and we'd stay up until like either 1 or 2 a.m. to wait for baby Jesus to be born, and then open the presents then. And we usually like eat I'm not going to say a big dinner because we knew we were staying up, so we didn't want to be super tired.
Yeah.
But like in the morning, we always went out to go eat somewhere. Our poison of choice, if you will, was always IHOP, or at least when I got to pick.
Ooh, yeah.
I mean, why not?
Yeah. Exactly. But like, other than that, it's not much. Like, especially this year, it's just going to be weird. So I don't know how the heck it's going to go, but usually that's what we would do.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think Christmas should be too extravagant, at least in my opinion. It should be something pretty simple, you know. Especially if you're for family, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
see,
but speaking of which, yeah, it's like so my family usually so a lot of my family actually lives here in Maryland, extended family. So we actually pass around like Christmas, hosting like duty, I guess. We pass around Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. And then last year we got Christmas, I think. And so usually what we do is we bring in, just, the odd 40, 50 family members to a single fucking home. And yeah, we have like a whole buffet line. We have like a whole buffet line of people. Not people. Oh God, Jesus! What are we? Attack of Titans? Jesus Christ! We have like a whole buffet line, and kind of like what I'd be saying. first, I think we've said this before, but like we're all Latinos on this podcast.
Hi.
So kind of going with that, we also stay up till midnight. We actually I've never actually heard of waiting till 1 a.m. though. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, see,
so that was really interesting.
That's new to me.
I honestly don't know who started it in my family, but we've just
Mhm.
kept that. So it's either 1 or 2 a.m. Like my mother can't remember which one it is, but I'm just like, clearly she's done it before, and all her because our immediate family in Virginia is from my mom's side, so like they all
Mm.
follow it. So it just works like that. And then dad's side, I don't freaking know what they do. So
Yeah, fair enough. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if like Jesus like canon like birth like day like time of day is like 1 a.m.
canonical
Yeah.
birthday.
The canonical one,
Like-
yeah. But let's not unwrap. Let's not unwrap that can of the.
but
that
yeah, we
President
stayed till
Worms
one-
right
It's
there.
all about unwrapping. What do you mean?
God, if you want to unwrap that, good.
Oh no,
luck.
no, not even gonna try. That's the
Oh,
one
yeah.
gift I don't need to unwrap.
Yeah.
But kind of continue with that. Yeah, we wait till midnight and then we all open stuff up. We usually give like 1-2 hours.
Yeah.
When I was little, at least, we would like give the kids 1-2 hours to just play and then okay, let's go home.
Yeah.
Last year it was just me opening like my gifts and then I was like, oh, this is fun. I'll talk to my cousins or something.
Yeah.
And then that was basically it. Because I mean, or actually, we played Smash Bros last year, I think. So that was
Oh,
pretty fun.
nice. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I think we also played Mario Kart, but it's usually something like that: playing video games
Yeah.
or watching a movie with extended family. And then in the morning, kind of a similar thing. I think we've definitely done IHOP before. I remember going to the movies. I think that was when I was really young, though. I went to go see like a Christmas movie, obviously. But I
Yeah.
didn't watch, and then immediately the first thing I think the first thing I did was like, I got to the car and I started playing Mario Kart on my new DS, which was really fun.
Nice.
Nice.
So, yeah, that's basically kind of what it is: video games, opening gifts, staying up late, and then having a ton of family. It's ridiculous. Yeah.
So for me, mine is weird because like I want to say we have a tradition, but we don't entirely because we've been really inconsistent with what we do. So
Mm.
I would like to say, per our track record, the most of what we've done is probably host. Like
Right.
that is the most, but I don't. Over the years that I've thought of, like I was looking back on it, and it's like we've never really stuck to one routine because we've done the whole the whole Latino midnight mass of like going like being there on Christmas at midnight. We've done that.
Yeah.
We've done the whole waiting up till midnight to open gifts. I've also done a mixture of opening a gift at midnight and then going to bed and having the whole Christmas morning spiel thing.
Mm.
I've done that, and then I think the one thing I can find consistent is that like my mom makes certain desserts. So every Christmas she makes something called buñuelos.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, it's essentially fried cassava. It's a fried cassava patty drizzled in honey.
Yeah.
And
Believe me, people, all you need to know is that it's fried. It thus means it's freaking wonderful. That's all.
It's really good. Yeah.
like it's like as two separate things you wouldn't think they work, but when they come together, that shit is heavenly. That is my favorite dessert, hands down.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. But that's the one thing she makes like every year. And then on top of that, I think it's like we had quite a few dinners with like, a bunch of families. Like just those families who are family, but you're not entirely sure how they're related to you.
Yeah.
And then
boy.
and then it's like some of them aren't exactly related, but they still are family. And then that's a whole nother thing that I don't want to get into because I think we've talked about that before, but that's a whole other mission right there.
I mean, I've definitely like kind of go off track. Like,
Yeah.
I've definitely had like people over at my house, and my dad or mom will tell me they're like family, but in reality, they're either like people my mom's acquainted with or like my dad's employees. So it's like,
Yeah.
I mean, that's a very nice definition of family, but at the same time, don't mess with my head like that because like I don't know if
No
they're actually
kidding.
like
Just
my
enough.
cousins. Yeah, like like now I definitely obviously have a better like understanding of like where my family actually is. But like back
Yeah,
then I
yeah.
was like, oh yeah, this guy I've never seen before who's like, never goes to any other family functions. His family, okay, that sounds cool, I guess.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know, but going back to it real quick, and then it's like we've done the whole thing of like going to another family or friend's house as well for Christmas and having Christmas dinner there. We've never done the Christmas breakfast thing though. Usually, like
Oh
my
really?
mom will spend like most of the day in the kitchen though for like Christmas, like essentially from like the 23rd through Christmas. My mom is mostly in the kitchen because she just loves cooking and preparing things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's where
And
your mother and my mother are very different. She hates cooking
well,
for Christmas.
well,
Oh
okay, so
boy.
my mom says she loves it, and then her attitude can vary very much. So if no one's in her way, she's extremely happy.
Es porque
If she
nadie me ayuda en
thinks
esta maldita casa. No, nadie me ayuda en la maldita casa. Por eso
exactly
es-
that, there we go, right there. That's where it is. Right there is. That's exactly where it goes into that like it becomes a whole different issue right there. I'm not gonna open this stuff up.
Oh, that's Pandora's box right there.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah,
no.
yeah, no.
But like that's like that affects her mood on like whether or not like she's happy in the kitchen and like cooking and preparing. And it's like I've helped a few years,
Mm-hmm.
but I've never really had like my very own dish there and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
I've just been more of like grab this, pass me that, watch this for X amount of time, stuff like
Oh
that.
yeah. Oh my god, yeah. Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I definitely feel you on the like my mom is relatively short, so I have to like grab everything for her.
Yeah.
And it's just
Like-
oh man, like I might as well not even be in any part of the house because she just constantly telling me to get down there and like get her the salsa lisano or to get her like
Yeah.
the all-purpose seasoning. It's yeah.
Yep.
All-purpose seasoning.
God.
Lord.
And you know that's usually how it is. However, going back to what you said earlier of Christmas shouldn't be flashy. God, you need to tell that to my mom because you should see how our house is decked out right now. Externally, it doesn't look like that impressive,
Mhm.
but internally, that it is just so much Christmas in our living room and like dining room right now.
But you have
It's
to remember,
just-
it's what inside is that matters. So that's why.
Yeah.
It's like I know my mom wanted to do way more outside too, but she wasn't able to just because like there are certain areas we couldn't get the lights to work. But she's made a lot work in terms of like the decoration she's been given, and my mom has like tons of boxes of stuff. So that I remember is always a tradition. Plus our tradition of we'll do this, and I will stand by this. I will stand by this. This is the hill I die on till the day I die.
Mhm.
We always get a real tree. Fuck fake
Ha!
trees.
No,
I will
fuck real
stand by
tree.
it.
That's a
I will
pain
go
in the
with a real tree.
Wow.
Any
No.
year. Any
Fake
year. I
tree
will.
costs
Hell no.
nothing.
I
Like,
will die on
you
this
can
hill.
really reuse it. You can reuse it. The lights are
I
already
don't care
pre-made,
about
which
the
makes things
reusability.
easy. Yes,
I don't
that's
care. Wait,
literally-
no. We use our tree, then send it off to get composted. That's what we do.
No, you can just freaking put it in the box, save it, and then wait for next year.
No.
Like, just
you
having
don't
a
get
tree
the nice,
already set up.
You don't get the nice smell of
That's
like
when you get
pine.
Febreze and just spread.
No, that ain't natural. I'm here for the natural stuff. I ain't here for the artificial shit. Hell no.
Just go look for the all natural pine scents. Just go outside, literally pick some pines, and then throw them across the living room if you want that scent so bad. Like,
Hell no.
you don't need the real tree.
I don't know who you think is gonna do that, but hell no. For me and my family, no, thank you.
Okay. So it's for me. It's been on and off. So I definitely
Here's
remember.
the medium. You have
Yeah,
the two
no.
extremes with Zak and I, and then here's my.
When I was younger, it was definitely most of the time it was a real tree every time. As me and my brother have gotten older, my parents were like, it's the experience, it's the thought that counts, So we have the
Exactly.
artificial tree, and it's a pretty tall artificial tree. It's like 9 feet tall, so
Yeah.
it's perfectly fine. It's not like let's say like you've seen like those like 3-foot trees that they put like in like the corner of their kitchen or something like that. Like
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
just there to be like no, it's nothing like that. It's like it's a pretty decently tall tree, and it actually looks pretty like legit. So for me, it's like if we don't have to clean, the pine needles off the floor every year, and I've never thought about the
Exactly.
smell. I will say that I've never thought about the smell, to be honest with you. So that immediately is just a non-factor for me. So I think
Yeah.
if when I have kids, I'm definitely gonna want to have them to have like let them have the experience of a real tree. But I think
Yes. Thank
for me,
you.
Nah,
definitely,
nah.
I do think that having a fake tree is more convenient, and I personally prefer it over the
Exactly.
snow.
No,
Convenience
I'm
is
still
important because you're
gonna.
already spending a lot of time like decorating and all that. So like the decorating part is what's for me the most important part about the Christmas tree because you're all together seeing how to place things and then your mother
Mm,
shows up at the corner just like you fucked up here, here, and here,
See,
and then
see,
she
but
fixes the whole
here's the
thing.
thing about artificial trees is that, and obviously this is not the case for all of them. A lot of artificial trees already come pre-decorated. They already
that
come
is
with
true.
like the lights built in. No, I want to be able to decorate it my way, and that's what I
The
get
lights
from the
built in
natural
is
tree.
convenient though because you literally just have to like click it on or click it off. Like that's
No,
another convenient thing.
no.
You can
I
always
will
add more
stand.
lights to it. Like heck, even the
No, I will
artificial tree
stand.
that we have literally has an extension cord for it, so that you can put your own colored lights because the one we have only has white lights. So we can put in colored lights and then just have to press a button to turn everything off
Yeah,
and on instead of like
but
disconnecting and connecting.
you know what gives me a blank canvas every single time? A natural fucking tree.
But no, you have to drag that shit in, set it up, and then like have to clean everything up afterwards. Like the other one, you just like
I will
put the
still
three
die
pieces
on this
together and
hill.
pop it.
I will die on this hill. You know what? You know what? Okay.
I'm
In
dying
the
on mine.
YouTube in the YouTube comments, please let us know who you think is right, who you think just should have
Everyone's
like
just
if
gonna be
you
like,
were
Javi has a point. It literally doesn't fucking matter. You two are
I don't care. I'm doing a natural tree. Like this is not negotiable for me. I'm always doing a natural tree. I have so much fun going to get trees. That's also part of it. You get the experience of going to go pick out your own tree, feeling
Okay,
out
so
which one is
Or you
right.
just go to the freaking forest and just like point it out and just take a picture. Like you don't need to drag that shit inside. Those things are outside for a freaking reason.
but like I will say though, I actually do agree with you. The idea of like going out to get to a tree is like an event, and that is an
Thank
experience. Like
you.
the
Thank
act of
you.
going, like I don't know where you get yours. I just go to like
Yeah.
this like farm. I'm not gonna say where it is because
Yeah, yeah.
but we go to like not even a farm. It's like a little lot like that's really literally next to like a street. But they
Yeah,
have
I
like
think I know
trees.
exactly. Yeah, I think I know
Yeah,
exactly where you're talking
yeah,
about because that's I think
yeah,
that's we go to the same place because
Mhm.
they're always so nice and helpful
Oh
when we
yeah.
go. Like they're just like out there and it's like we go there, they give great trees, decent price, and then it's like it's always a fun experience going to pick.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I enjoy it so much going. Like
Well,
so that's why I will always stick to having a natural tree over artificial.
yeah, I will
The
say
store
we
clerk
have.
that gave us our tree is really nice too. We only had to see her once though, so that's always a good thing.
See, like I will never say don't get an artificial tree. I'm just saying I will always get the natural tree.
Mm.
Like that is non-negotiable for me whatsoever. But anyway, okay, moving past this tree talk again. Let us know in the comments what you guys think. Like,
Yes.
I wanna know what everyone thinks. Okay, so this kind of ties into our traditions and stuff we were talking about. So what has been like more your Christmas experience?
Could you
Sure. Like, so
yeah.
okay, you know how Latinos have their own traditions, have their own things. Like, how is that usually different from like? I guess I want to say like
What the
the
media portrays?
pre.
Question mark.
Yeah. Let's go with that. That's the best way to put it. Like, for lack of better terms, really.
We opened our presents earlier.
Yeah, no kidding.
That is true.
And like, I don't know. See, look, my parents never let me believe in the whole Shanta stick. It's just like we're here because of baby Jesus, not because of
Really,
that big fat man.
really.
So like,
Okay.
Wow.
my
That
parents never did let me believe in Santa. So like, anytime we were watching any movies like that, I'm just like, oh,
yeah
this is just fun. But like, I
yeah
never was in the spirit of Santa. I just was in the
yeah.
spirit of giving.
My parents never made me. They never like they were like more observers. like they just never were like, hey, Santa's real or like not real. They were just like, I would just say, oh, Santa, and they're like, oh, nice. And then
Cute.
they just let me figure out like Santa's like not real.
Yeah,
And,
yeah,
like, I guess that was just their way of like not wanting to like get involved in that shit. So
yeah, yeah,
but yeah, I never had the Santa thing, and I think that
yeah.
probably ties in with like what Abby's saying is like I like that was just never a thing for me. Was like Santa was just not he was not there for me.
Right, right.
Santa wasn't here for me.
Yeah.
So, my parents were kind of along the same lines as yours, Javi. Like they never just actively outright said like, "Oh, Santa's the one who's brought you the gifts," but at the same time, they kind of pushed me to believe Santa because we went for like the whole Santa pictures and
Mm,
the end. Like I still wrote like a wish list to Santa and stuff like that back when I don't know if
right.
people still
Yeah.
even do that anymore.
They probably
Um,
do.
Amazon wish list of Santa for sure.
Yeah,
maybe,
exactly.
maybe. Oh yeah,
No,
maybe. Um, so it's like I eventually figured out Santa wasn't real, like all on my own. Like my parents never just like they never like outright like said, "Oh, Santa's real and he's not going to give you gifts or anything," or make sure to thank Santa for this. No, they were just more like okay, cool. We'll let you believe it, and I think they let me believe it more out of their convenience than anything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think it's part of the convenience of like just not having to like deal with that whole thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I get that. I get that. Though Abby, like that's not the first time I've heard someone say that their family did not let them believe in Santa. Like it's
yeah,
slightly
like,
different reasons, but it's like they were very much like, yeah, no, Santa's not a thing. Don't believe in this. This is why you have gifts. So it's like I get that. I'm
it's because
not
of our hard work that you're enjoying this gift right now,
yeah.
not because some fat man came through the chimney that's not even here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I did do the
Something
thing
that
where I stayed up for Santa though. I remember doing that.
okay.
Yeah. But no, continue please.
Oh yeah, no. Something that we were all hinting at is the idea that it's the main focus for Christmas for us is actually not the 25th. It's actually Christmas Eve. But that's like the
Yeah.
big for all of us. It's like
Yeah.
um so like we celebrate everything on the 24th. Like we always go to church on the 24th. And then we'd stay up till midnight. And then the 25th is just like
Yeah.
we do certain things, but it's really just very relaxed. But if we do
Yeah.
anything like very like elaborate, it's always on the 24th. We never do anything too special on the 25th.
So
Yeah.
my family's a little bit of both. Like it just depends. Like they will more celebrate on the 25th because for my mom, she says it gives her more time to like prepare dinner, do the special things there.
Mm, yeah.
Like because like I said, we do the Christmas dinner and stuff, but like we also do things on the 24th. Like
Right.
we'll stay up till
Yeah.
midnight. Like we've been to family's house and stayed up till midnight and opened gifts and done that stuff too. What we also did was so the thing is, I know, and this is like more of a Latino thing than anything, is we start our Christmas celebrations way before like most American cultures, I would say, do. Like I would argue most of the world cultures,
Yes.
because I feel like it depends on which Latino culture.
Mm.
Yeah.
So my family, they're from Nicaragua. So what they do is what they celebrate is like 2-3 weeks before Christmas. They do something called La Purísima,
Mm.
which is like essentially it's a mixture of almost Christmas and Halloween. So they'll go around getting like little treats and food, and then there'll just be this mass like dinner and church services. And like, but the feast is huge, and they'll do that for like 2 weeks and stuff, and then it goes straight into Christmas, and then they do the whole Christmas spiel and stuff, and then there's still the celebration after that because through like Catholicism and stuff, they celebrate the full Christmas season, not just Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like that's how it is for us. Like it's not like we're giving each other presents every single day like you do on Hanukkah and stuff though. No.
Oh, yeah,
It's just more of like the religious observance. Then it's Christmas Day is like the whole worldwide phenomenon stuff. That's what we do that day. Then after that, they observe more of the religious stuff after that.
Oh, true.
Yeah,
Nice.
that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't know if we do anything special in Costa Rica, but that's definitely not a thing for us. Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I never heard of anything like that.
Yeah, I
Same
do
thing
know.
for El Salvador. Like I got nada. Like I'm not sure
Yeah.
if there is anything special that happens. Like I'm pretty sure people start going to church a lot more often
Oh
because
yeah, for sure.
I have seen, and this is, I can't say what it is. Like
Yeah.
I really can't say what this is. I have seen some El Salvadorian friends of mine, like they do some stuff like beforehand, and then I've also seen some Mexican culture stuff. Don't ask me what, because I honestly do not know.
Yeah, you've
Yeah.
just been observing and like you weren't
Yeah,
participating.
yeah, and so like, all I know is like we always have like special foods and stuff, and we haven't really we didn't really observe La Purísima too much because there isn't too much of a Nicaraguan community around where we live.
Yeah. um, I've always said this before.
Hmm.
If any county in Maryland has a second language, it's definitely Montgomery, and it's definitely Spanish.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
hands down, hands down.
and it's all the Salvadorans.
Yeah, no, hands down, hands
Yeah.
down.
And I'm saying that as a half Salvadorian. Like,
Yeah,
it's
no,
just
no,
what it
okay.
is.
Real quick, like I've actually, because I had to do this for my own like school projects and stuff. El Salvadorians are the highest concentration of Hispanics in this area.
No, yeah, no, that's actually true. That's
Yeah.
factual.
Yeah,
That doesn't surprise me at all.
yeah. It's just, I don't know why, it just is. But okay.
I swear my
So-
family probably makes up half of it.
There's also a decent amount in Texas, but I don't know what the exact amount is. But that's a whole
Yeah.
That's
state.
the other half
Yeah,
of my
that-
family, so we're good.
Oh my god, seriously? Did that just
No,
make me
like no, dead ass, like
we solved
both-
it. We solved it, ladies and gentlemen. We can blame Abby's family now. Well, not blame. We can source it all back to Abby's family. There we go. That's what it
Most
is.
of my mother's side of the family lives here, and then my dad's side lives in Texas. Like, there's only that one uncle that lives in Canada. Who knows what the heck he's doing? But like, yeah, everyone else is like
he was
either
attracted
here,
by
Texas,
he was
or El
attracted by
Salvador.
free healthcare up there. I'm attracted by
Yeah.
free healthcare too.
I think your uncle's winning, to be honest.
Probably.
But no, seriously, the idea of a Salvadoran living in Canada is just so fucking funny to me because I'm just like
I love
I
that.
make the connotation like I also have this joke with my dad that like more Salvadorans live here than in El Salvador.
Yeah.
Like,
To
like,
me,
it's just so funny to me.
that's really funny, and it feels like it's just like a complete 180, going from tropics to near fucking tundra.
Oh yeah,
I'm
a
just like, why the
Salvador-
hell would you do that to yourself?
Yeah, it's so interesting actually. That's actually like an image I don't want to
Yeah.
not think of it. It's fucking funny. Like
Yeah. It's real interesting though, because it's like around this time, it's like it's always cool seeing like the Latino experience, because it's like I usually see the typical American Christmases and stuff, but then when I go and visit like either Latino family or Latino friends, it's like everything is just done all out, and it feels like it puts other and this is not to shit on any other culture or anything, like don't get me wrong, it just feels like minus the lights, the exterior, the party and life of a Latino Christmas is so much livelier and better in my opinion than that of like an American one.
I actually agree with that. I mean, like it's not wrong to be proud of that.
Right.
It's like
Right.
I really
Again,
enjoy.
this is not like, oh no, this culture celebrates it wrong, or this is a shitty culture. No, that's not what I'm saying. It's just more of like, this is what I've observed, this is how I look at it, and then compared to the both that I've experienced.
Yeah, no, I've actually talked with this about someone else, but like I wouldn't trade, based on everything I wouldn't trade being Latino for something else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's just a very unique part of myself that I'm really proud of, and like it's just embedded in me. Like especially when it comes to Christmas, it's like seeing all of that is like I wouldn't really want to like be anything else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I feel that 100%.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if y'all have ever had this, but it's like for me, I have had like white friends come over during like our Christmas celebrations, and like I've had essentially not just white but non-Latino friends, and they've come during our Christmas celebrations, and it's almost like a culture shock to them, because it's like that's because like the I guess I want to say nuclear vision of it, it's like the whole traditional family of like, of course everyone's still getting together. I feel like that's the same regardless of culture.
Yeah.
But for them it's more of like, you know, it's very much of like, oh, let's have this dinner calm. It's a little bit more calm, and you know, you have the Christmas music in the background, but no one's dancing to it, no one's turning it
No.
up, no one's like
No one's
no
bringing out
one's
beers, you know.
yeah, it's a lot more calm, I would say.
Yeah, it's more chill. Like it's
yeah.
just because for them, Christmas morning is when you get hyped because you get all the presents and
Right,
whatnot. But
right,
for us,
exactly,
like,
yeah.
we gotta stay up, make sure we're ready for 12 o'clock, or in my case, 1 2 a.m.
And so what I've seen is like for Latinos, it's like we have the midnight stuff, and then for those who also do the afternoon, everything just goes all out. And you know, like we take the full day in stride for Christmas. It's not just like a like, you know, obviously we have the midnight, but if we're celebrating with others, we make it a celebration. It's not just like, it is not something very calm. It is very much, let there be music, let there be dancing, let there be stories, let there be just everything.
Yeah.
And it's like that's what I've seen. And it's like, so to me, it's very fun seeing them like get culture shocked. And then when they get used to it, they just dive straight in. And I'm like, have fun. And, you know, and the modern adaptation of it too, like, you know, now with video games and stuff, like when I started getting my video games first as a kid, like suddenly it was all the kids playing the video games together and, you know, having their own like little Christmas spins and stuff on it too. So yeah, for me, it was a lot of fun doing that.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And I mean, it's like, I feel like it's going to be weird now, 'cause you know, this is the first Christmas of Corona, I guess. And hopefully it's, yeah, I was about to say, literally, hopefully the last. Yeah.
I was about to say.
But okay, so this was actually an interesting topic that I wanted to bring up, looking at what we had on for today's agenda.
All right.
What are your favorite and least favorite gifts you gotten? Because everyone has it. Everyone has it.
That's a lie. I don't have a least favorite gift. I appreciate every single thing. Like, I literally cannot be mad when I'm receiving a gift because I'm just thankful that they thought of me. And, you know, I don't care if it was drawn, bought, just like robbed or anything. Just, I appreciate the thought that they just wanted to give me something on that day. So I legitimately cannot fathom thinking of a least favorite gift because I appreciate every single one. Like, I have a box that's full of cards, Christmas cards, Valentine's Day cards, just everything, because I appreciate every little one.
Abby's mom is in her room right now, which is why she's saying this. It's okay, Abby. It's okay.
At work right now, so we're good.
I'm kidding.
No, yeah, but that's actually a really interesting idea of it, right? It's like,
yeah,
because, you know, obviously for the majority of people, I would say, like the biggest aspect of like Christmas is also like the sort of like, what am I trying to say? It's like the exchange, or like
the season of giving and stuff. Just the season,
So obviously, you know, that's a really, you know, really great way of thinking about it. So like, so really taking their time out of their way to think about you, and like, you know, not only, you know, think about you, but also like put some effort into like, you know, money that they could use for something else, and like, you know, or resources just in general, you know, and you know, towards your enjoyment, you know. So that is a really nice way of thinking about it. However, that does not mean that you can't say like, oh, you know, it's nice that you thought about this or about me, the person thought about me, but like, how am I going to use this?
Like,
or
maybe my quotation marks least favorite gift would probably just be a repeat of I got, but instead of thinking, gosh darn it, I already have this, I'm just already thinking, okay, now that I already own this, so I can probably just give it to someone else. So like, it just sparks another joy for me.
So for me, it's like, I get it. Ideally, it's the thought that counts. And, you know, I try to live by that, especially if it's a birthday gift. I very much embody it's the thought that counts.
So if it's Christmas gifts, if you don't give me shit.
No. So, because it's like, the thing is with birthday gifts, I let slide a lot more because it's like, to me, okay, birthday, sure, whatever. Like, that day's already mine. I'm not about to put so much more pressure because of a gift. But with,
yeah, I'm not going to talk about how I got Zach a Switch case, even though he already had one. We're not going to talk about
I wasn't going to bring it up. I really wasn't going to bring it up, but
I just feel like it's a little, we can laugh about it because
Yeah.
like
No,
we're talking
it
about,
was funny. I laughed about it in the moment because I was like, oh, okay, cool. And another Switch case. And like, it's good to have a backup. And then I look at it and it's like, wait a minute. So, but
Exactly.
anyway, that's a story for a different time. That's a story for a different time. But no, it was more like for Christmas, it's like, to me, that's where you have to put a little bit more effort because, everyone is giving gifts. It's not just a day for you. It's a day for everyone. So
Okay.
for me, it's like, if I can tell you half-assed a gift, because I have seen it, then I'm not as appreciative because I'm like, really? And I'm like, it's one thing if I get you're having financial troubles or, you can't always get that one gift someone really, really wants. That I totally get that. Totally valid. It's another thing. It's like where you randomly grab something off the shelf and say, this is going to be the gift.
Yeah, so your point right there is one of the reasons why I'm not too fond of Secret Santas. Like, because when I was going through high school, I was in this program where we always did Secret Santa every year within our class. But I wasn't friends with everyone in my class, and people weren't friends with me in the class. So like anytime they would draw my name or I would draw someone's name that I'm just like, I barely know you, that's when you are more likely to half-ass it, which is why Secret Santa for me, if you're doing it amongst friends, like good friends, it works out wonderfully. But like in a group like that, it's always more likely for something like that to happen. Like I remember first year we did it, I got a sock monkey and then a One Piece card deck. So like I love the card deck, and then the sock monkey was just like a nice add-on. Like I still have him on my bed. Like I'm not kidding when I say I appreciate every freaking gift I get, because I understand that you're doing it just because Secret Santa, but like I always appreciate it.
Like for me, Secret Santa I only do with friends. That's it. Like it is. I will never do a Secret Santa with like strangers because like my coworkers have tried doing that. I'm like, I barely know half of you, so I'm not doing that.
I don't even know your name. You work with me this day and this day.
So like that'll be it for me. Like I will not do Secret Santas in that. But if it's amongst friends, because I have done it, like Javi and I have done Secret Santas with our friend before, then we'll do that. Perfectly normal, no problem. But for like people who are still mostly strangers to me, hell no. But it's like, again, it's more of the fact of like, if I can tell you half-assed it, then I'm really not going to be appreciative because I'm like, then I can't say it's the thought that counts because you literally put no thought into it.
Yeah, I can kind of agree with that. Like, it's nice that they thought about you, but at the same time, it's like, that also kind of feels like a sort of obligatory thing, especially with the Secret Santa, right? Especially if like because of work or because of like school, like I was saying, it's definitely kind of more of like an obligation to make sure you don't look bad in front of your classmates or coworkers or something like that. And so,
let me make sure I'm not the ass this year.
Exactly. See, it's like you don't want to be that guy, so you just get like a random gift for someone you don't know, and that kind of takes away from the meaning of Christmas, obviously. As well.
It really does. It's like, and in my head, maybe this will be an extreme for some people. In my head, it's like I would rather you give me no gift and at least tell me like, hey, Merry Christmas, or have a happy holiday, stuff like that, than to get me a half-ass gift that I know I'm never going to use or have any use for.
Interesting, yeah.
And, that is strictly maybe just me, but like that, because at least at that point I'm like, you're not wasting your money on something that is never going to be used, and I'm probably going to put it somewhere or regift it or do that. So it's like at the end of the day, no one really loses that way.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. So
kind of really back to the original question.
The question. Going back to that. So favorite and least favorite gifts.
Yeah. So Abby, do you have a favorite gift perhaps that you think you could say like, oh, this is definitely like the gift I like the most, or like this is the best gift I've ever gotten, something like that?
Honestly, nothing like really comes to mind, because usually for gifts I'm getting video games through my dad, clothes from my mother, and then just a little random knickknacks from everyone else. So like there's not really this one that I can think of immediately that I'm like, oh yeah, this was like 100% my favorite one. Like if I had to choose, maybe I would probably say the Wii.
Ooh.
Just because that really started the segue of a lot. Like that's pretty much what begun my Nintendo journey.
Yeah.
So I probably have to say that one just because at the end of the day it impacted my life the most. But other than that, like there's nothing really that screams favorite gift.
Yeah. I think I have to agree with you 100% on that. Like it's definitely the Nintendo Wii for me. Not so much because of the gift itself, because I've been essentially gifted a console, I would say, every few Christmases. Which I mean, I'm very thankful for that. Like, not to sound like an asshole or anything. Like, I'm very thankful for that. It's more of it was the story that came with it. That's why it became like my very favorite gift. Like, I don't play my Nintendo Wii as much anymore. Like, I maybe dust it off once in a while, but like my parents still be, yeah. Or I'll play Mario Super Sluggers or something like that.
Oh yes.
My mom actually told me the story of how my dad was literally running around during that, crazy time of like when the Wii was literally in the height of its getting sold and stuff. And like it was over the top being sold. And so my dad one day, like he dedicated an entire day to looking for the Nintendo Wii. And I think I was out at a friend's house that day or something. I don't remember what I was doing. But he called up a GameStop out in Virginia, I want to say. Like, and it was like I think it was like a good 2.5 hour drive. He called them up just to entertain the thought. He was like, "Hey, do you guys have the Nintendo Wii?" And they're like, "Yeah, we have like one left in stock." And he's like, "I want to put that on hold right now, and I will be right there to go get it." And they're like, "Yeah, sure, you can put it on hold." So he did that and immediately drove out. And there were like people already trying to get the console, and then he showed up because like I don't know if it was a time limit or anything. He didn't really give me too many details, but he's like people were trying to get the console. He showed up, they gave it to him. Some guy was trying to buy it off of him for like $500 or something like that at the time. And he was like, "No, I'm bringing this home." Wow. And so yeah. So like the fact that he got it and then he brought it home to me, and then, like, keep in mind I am fully unaware of this. Yeah, I am very much unaware. Like the fact that he brought a console back. I don't remember if he hid it or if they just put it under the tree or what. I don't entirely remember, but
you just weren't paying attention at all.
I honestly don't know. It's like this was over 10 years ago, so.
Yeah. God, the Wii's that old. Oh boy.
Yeah, the Wii is now 13 years old. Yeah, 13, 14 years old. Yeah.
Oh God, my back is hurting.
I remember when I got my first Game Boy Advance, and that was also for Christmas as well. That was like 17 years ago, something like that.
I have a Game Boy Advance story, but that is going to be for another podcast episode. So I will tell that story another time. But but yeah, so we ended up not we, but like my dad, he ended up getting it, and then I think my mom bought me like 2 games at the time, which were the Mario Super Sluggers and like one other game I think it was off the top of my head. But I can't remember it. I don't even think I have the game anymore.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Shows how much he appreciates his gifts.
No, wait. Okay. No. I know which one it was. That was Battle Revolution. That was it.
Oh, he saved himself. He saved himself.
Yeah,
he
Battle
just
Revolution.
His mother angry. It's just like, let me remember what she gave me right now.
Yeah, it was the Pokemon Diamond and Pearl Battle Revolution game on Wii. I still have that one. I still have. Yeah, I have both of them actually.
Yeah,
but no, but like they surprised me with that, and then I was just like, and it wasn't until recently that they told me that story, and I'm like, holy shit, I had no idea you guys went through that, because and keep in mind this is before like the peak of Amazon and stuff too.
Yeah.
But go ahead, Javi.
I was just gonna say like a little sidetrack about how like I fucking love. Well, first I want to say I love fucking Pokemon Battle Revolution. That was like one of my favorite games back when it like released. And then what else was I gonna say? Oh, I bet your dad had like huge big dick energy on that day when he walked into GameStop. Everyone's clamoring for a Wii, and then the GameStop guy is just like, move out of the way, cocksuckers. This guy's gonna take his fucking Wii to his son. So,
behold, peasants.
Like it's just so funny to me.
Yeah,
But
and it was like
yeah,
this was like less than a week before Christmas too that he got it.
wow.
Like, yeah, it was less than a week and he was able to find it. And I'm like, the fact that he found it at all surprises me.
Oh yeah,
100%.
And it's like, being a kid, I had asked for it, but I didn't actually expect to get it because like my parents like had literally just talked to me like 2 weeks before and they were like, hey, they're flying off the shelves because it was like it was the hottest item of the year. And then on top of that, it's like you constantly kept hearing on the news of like how people were knocking over trucks to get them, or how people were like just like robbing the straight up stores or people, or all of that stuff.
And this is why we got our Wii a year later. Not
Yeah.
during that time. No gracias. My parents were not available. We had our GameCube. We were good. So
yeah, and that was my very first console that was mine. Like that was my very first console. Yeah.
yeah.
But
It's
yeah.
like, do you have a? I was just about to ask. Do you have a least favorite gift that you want to talk
Least
about?
favorite gift. I'm trying to think about it because it's like, kid me. Had you asked kid me, I would have said like some clothing and stuff.
Clothes are a necessity. Oh boy.
Yeah, no. Like older me really appreciates them nowadays. So
yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
If I really had
That's
to think
how you've
back on
gotten
it,
old. You appreciate clothes as a gift now.
I mean, it's like they're still not to me a super priority.
Yeah.
But they're definitely appreciated.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I know there was one gift I had in mind, but it's been a while since I've had some like. It's been a while since I've had, I would say, like over the top, very memorable gifts. Like I've had some decent ones, but nothing that is like I want to say life changing outside of consoles and stuff. And that's just me, loving video games.
Yeah.
Looking back on it, I wouldn't say it's my least favorite, but it was kind of a cheap gift. Was I got a gift card to, I think it was either McDonald's or Burger King as like when I was like 5 or 6. And
Oh, that your least favorite. Come on, man.
No. I'm not saying no. I'm not saying it's my least favorite. No. I'm just saying that was like I didn't realize like, because this was like I was 5 or 6. I wasn't asking for anything major. I was asking maybe for like a toy or two. And then like I didn't realize at the time, like, I want to say how safe of a gift that was. I didn't realize like how simple and safe that was. So it's like I like, again, I'm not gonna say I didn't appreciate it or anything. Like, hell, current day me would gladly take that as a gift.
Oh yeah.
BK for the rest of the week, baby.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm like, oh shit, that's some BK right there. Let me get some. But then, like on top of that, like I just didn't like. It's way bigger as a kid, I would say, than it is nowadays. Like it feels, because again, it's almost like it's your own money to spend.
Right. Oh yeah, 100%. When I was like a kid and I got gift cards, I like literally just stored them away because it felt like I was literally sitting on top of like a gold or something like that. Like I like now I kind of like, I'm okay with them, but like before I thought it was the coolest thing to get a gift card. Like, for some reason I like it. Actually, like I processed it a little bit differently. It was like I have like money that like can literally not be used for anything else, and like I took that like the other way of like, I literally like there's no other way this can go. I can go to Target, use this $50 gift card, and get like fucking like whatever I want. I don't know.
I just realized what the worst gift is I got.
Okay.
Oh boy.
And it's like I'm not upset at this person because I just genuinely think they didn't know. But now I remember what like my worst gift is. So this was like when I was maybe 14, 15, that's when I was first starting to get my own cell phone and stuff. And I got, and it's going to sound great, and then I'll explain why it's not.
Okay.
I got $100 in iTunes gift cards.
Okay.
But if you know me, and
I think.
Abby knows this,
Yeah,
Abby knows this,
Apple.
I don't have a single Apple product in my house.
Yup.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like I got this because I got this from everyone has that like one uncle who gives like amazing gifts. I'm
Right.
thoroughly convinced of that. They're like that single
Who gives
uncle.
a gift when there's no reason. He just gives gifts, and I'm like happy.
Yep. Yep, exactly. Like I feel like everyone has that one uncle or family member for all intents and purposes.
Mhm.
And so like they have no kids, they're not really with anyone, and like they just have money. They have some money to use.
Yeah.
But my point is it's like so he would every year he gives me some really great gifts. But yeah, one year he gave me $100 in iTunes gift cards, and I'm like, I said thanks, because you have to be the whole nice and everything. And Latino family, if you're not grateful or you show like attitude or stuff, you're not getting anything, except maybe.
Oh boy. You're getting
And
a chunk
so-
of that, if anything.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, but afterwards we're like, what do we do with this?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what do we do? So I think I stored it, and then. So no, like legit what I ended up doing was I think one of my cousins ended up literally buying it off of me because she used Apple products, and I'm not using any of this. And then the other one, I think I either re-gifted it or someone ended up buying it off of me. I don't entirely remember, honestly, but I know one of them I sold to my cousin. I don't remember what happened to the other one.
Interesting.
And it's like I read the $50 gift card piece each, and I was losing it, and then I see that it's Apple, and I'm like, damn it.
Yeah.
Like I've never, like my mom's like, I've never seen you spike and drop in like excitement so fast.
Oh boy.
And it's like, again, it's a good gift. And I'm not knocking gift cards, especially with the story I said earlier. It just was, I think they just didn't know I didn't have any Apple products.
Right. I guess they probably just assumed. They just assumed since you're a kid, you probably.
I think so. Like, yeah, because this was during the time of like the iPods, the actual like the iPod Touch, like during that generation, and like everyone was starting to get iPhones and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And this is how I remind myself I'm not that old yet.
It was during that time, and then I think they just assumed, because I think at the time I had asked for an iPod Touch because like it was one of the more popular things at the time, but I never ended up getting it, and I didn't really care at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And so but then that was it. It was like I ended up getting that gift, and I'm like, I can't use this.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So like they've maybe done that to me, or maybe had that happen to me 2 or 3 times over the years. But
oh boy.
Yeah, the fact it's happened multiple times, like, but I think that was the one that stuck with me the most because it's $100 you can't use.
Yeah.
So that was what happened to me. So I think by default that's my least favorite gift.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so I think that's what I can think of off the top of my head. I don't really think there's anything else. I have gotten food as a gift before.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was actually really nice.
What kind of food did you get?
So it was one of like those like care package stuff that you get, like you know how you can like order care package, like send it to a family and they get it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
So an old friend of Javi and I's, their family sent it to us, and it was filled with like dried fruit, like that sweet dried fruit that's almost like candy.
Ooh, nice.
Jams, and then like some, I think it was tea or spice drinks, something like that. And so that was really good. Like
that sounds really good.
Yeah, I killed that jam. It was really good. But yeah, that's one of the ones I can remember for like food. And then I've also had I've had tres leches given to us. Like a whole ass
Really?
cake of tres leches given to us on
Oh,
Christmas.
Actually, yeah.
Whoa.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
baby
that was
Jesus'
really
birthday.
nice.
You might as well enjoy cake.
Oh,
Yeah, because I
Oh
think
my
we went
God.
over to a family friends and they had made like a tres leches cake for like because there were like 5 families meeting up and they made like 5 cakes.
Oh dang.
Yeah, so
Wow.
and I say they're cakes, but like don't expect like the full Costco size cake or anything. I
Oh
mean,
No.
yeah, of course not. Oh no.
no, but they were still like decent size cakes. Like they would be something you would see in like maybe a Safeway size.
Right.
And it was good. It was really good.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like that's what I remember off the top of my head.
Yeah. For me, like I'll start with my least favorite gift, and it's not really
Yeah.
like anything particular, but like, especially when I was younger, my parents would do this like fucking weird thing where they'd like give me like a fucking like boxed like what is it, cologne, like they give me cologne, and they've done this for like they did that for like a few years.
Yeah.
And I like as a kid, I'm like, what the hell am I gonna do with this? Like, why would I want cologne for like Christmas? And like I like to this day, I still have it because I'm not gonna throw away the cologne, but I
Right.
still have cologne from when I got it when I was like 12.
I wonder
And
if
that
that
was like
stuff is still good. I
and
really
like
want to know if
I
that stuff is still good.
and for context, I'm like 22 now. So
Yeah, you've literally had a decade of cologne
like
built up.
huh?
You've literally had a decade of cologne built up.
I know, and it's so weird. Like they didn't do it last year or the year before that, so I'm really glad. I think they got the like because like I still only use it for like go like I would use it to go to quinces or to go like family events and stuff like that. But
Yeah,
like
yeah.
apart from
Yeah.
I'm never using it. Like I do not need 5 bottles of cologne. Like I like at max, like I know like apparently it's better to use like muskier colognes in like winter and like more like fruity colognes in like spring or stuff like that. But that's a whole different like
That's a
thing I
thing.
can talk about.
That's a whole. I don't know. You're asking the wrong person here. I have maybe
That's just
1 or 2 bottles of cologne ever.
that's just something I was like reading. But anyways,
Yeah.
my favorite gift was probably a phone, and it wasn't just the fact that it was my first phone. It was like it was like the story of it was like I really wanted a phone when I was like 13 or 12, 13ish, and I got it. But the way I got it was really funny. So like we also waited till like midnight and stuff like that. And like I opened like, some other gifts and stuff like that. But there was this one gift that I wasn't allowed to open. And my dad was like, no, fucking put that down. He literally like started my hand away. I was like, oh shit.
That's the most Latino thing ever.
like that is like the only time I think I've ever like really had that happen to me with my dad. And I was
feel
oh,
like it was
shit.
more. He was definitely more doing it out of panic than like punishment, though.
Yeah. And then a few like like a few maybe like 30 minutes later, I hear like this weird like fucking ringtone. I'm like, what the hell is that? And like my dad tells me, hey, and no, it wasn't my dad. It was my mom. She told me, hey, you want to open that gift? And I instinctively knew that it was a fucking phone. And like my dad,
Yeah.
I opened it up and I answered it, and now my dad was like, "Do you like your gift?" And I was like, "Oh shit, okay, there you go."
That's a good one. I like that. That's a good.
That to me sticks out the most. And then I also got the Wii when I was like 7, or not 7, like 8 or 9ish. So yeah, that also was probably one of my favorites.
I mean that's a good one, really.
That's big brain plays from your dad right there.
No, seriously. Like that is props to your dad right there on like getting a gift like that.
Absolutely.
I mean, for me, it's like again this year I'm definitely going to be grateful of whatever I get.
Oh,
but
yeah,
it's like
sure.
again, me the only requirement is don't let me see that you half-assed it or anything. That's really all it is for me. Because I like giving people the benefit.
You do a good job of half-assing it if you do.
Yeah, like, because
he
like
can't
if
see
you're
you doing it, you just have to hide it.
Because even if you try a little bit and you're half-assing, that actually means you put in thought.
This is fair. You're trying to cover up your half-assery. So
exactly. See, and then I can actually say it's the thought that counts. But when you put literally none, it's like just it's not there. So it's like, for me, thankfully, I've never
Not
really
there.
had a half-ass gift, but, or at least not that I can remember. But it's like, I've seen it happen to my friends, and I'm like, and they're like, oh, it's the thought that counts. I'm like, no, it isn't. Not in that case. Hell no.
Hey, getting free shit at the end of the day is great, so I can't complain. Oh. Even if it's something
yeah.
I personally won't use, I know I will meet someone in my lifetime that will be able to use it. Like, I still have like 15 purses stocked up, ready to give whenever I find the right people.
Like that's like RPG like kind of thing. Like I won't need this, but I can like trade it for something else, and just like move
Exactly.
forward.
Yeah. Or you become the NPC who just randomly gives this one item that you didn't even know.
I really am the NPC in my life. It's like, I acknowledge I am not the character.
Yeah. Like, I mean, oh my gosh, like, thinking to all those gifts, it's been a wild experience to that.
The funnest gift I think I've ever gotten was a lava lamp from my friend. That was pretty fun. Like I got like a lava lamp.
I'd be cool with the lava lamp. I'd like
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, like it was actually really chill. It added to like the vibes of my room. And I was like, okay, I can see this.
Adding to the vibes.
Yeah, no, it was
Yeah.
like lava lamps were the precursor to like LED lights and like fairy lights. I think. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd still buy a lava lamp today if it wasn't so expensive. Or if I even had room for it. I've also gotten a lot of personalized gifts. So like I've had friends draw things for me or get like special orders on stuff.
nice.
Yeah, those have been really cool. I'm trying to think, but I don't think there's anything else I can really say that like really sticks out to me. Again, outside of consoles, but you know, those are kind of like once you hear one console story, and if it doesn't have a special like story attached to it, you've kind of heard them all.
Right. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's why I'm not. Yeah.
But no,
So it's
for
like,
me,
again,
at
for
the end of
the
the day, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say again, for me, like the Wii that's why the Wii sticks out so much, because it has a special story attached to it.
Shigeru Miyamoto himself drove all the way from Japan to fucking Europe to give me this Wii to make sure my son
Oh my
could enjoy
God.
Christmas.
Oh my God, I
That
would
would be
love that.
amazing. Oh boy, the man, the myth, the legend, Shigeru
Uh-huh.
Miyamoto. Oh my God. Like I could die happy from then on.
Oh, I would love to meet him for sure.
Oh, yeah. No. For me personally, at the end of the day, I probably don't remember gifts just as much because I more remember the reaction of the people who open my gift that I give to them. Because
Yeah.
that's what I enjoy most about Christmas. At the end of the day, just giving people that I really care for a gift just to show, because I suck with words personally.
Yeah.
I really freaking do. So like I'd rather give you something so that like I really do appreciate you. I'm just sorry that I can't tell you.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like it's what's it called? It's your love language.
Yeah, pretty
essentially.
much.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. It's like your way of
Yeah.
showing you care.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so like I just remember their faces just light up and everything. Like especially my little bro. Oh boy, that baby bro. He's the dude I see get most excited over the simplest of things, and it's probably because he's still like I'm gonna get this wrong. 6, 7, 8. Throw it around that age.
He's definitely excited about like
See-
pretty much everything. Yeah.
Legit though, legit. I wish I could go back to being that excited for gifts. Like because and I was like, I'm not saying like I'm not excited for some gifts and stuff. But it's like it's more of like, you know, that shock and surprise of something you never actually expected to get. Like something you asked
Right,
for but
yeah.
you never expected to get. And it's like I feel like as you grow up, you know, you get less gifts as you grow up, obviously.
Mhm.
And then it's like you kind of lose the shock on it because, you know, you get a lot of gifts like, you know, clothing and stuff. And it's like, again, clothing, greatly appreciated, but it's not
Yeah.
so much of a surprise or a shock at all.
Yeah, that's why I'm very well personally. I'm never for asking people what they want for Christmas. I just like to pay attention to them and figure out, okay, what's best to get them for.
Mhm.
Like unless it's something collectible, like for me, amiibos, I'd rather you ask me which ones I don't have because you're probably going to give me a repeat considering the amount I have, 85. So
Why?
Oh my gosh. I've actually never heard of
probably
that.
more now. It's been like about a month since we counted, so we probably have like 3, 4, 5 more. So we'll
I
throw it at
legit
9.
believe you could be a amiibo vendor one day.
Out of
Oh, if I
curiosity,
ever like really go into bankrupt, maybe, but like These were my babies. I'm not selling them off.
Just out of curiosity, what are most of the amiibo of? Like, what series or like characters?
Legend of Zelda actually, because we have every Legend of Zelda amiibo.
Really? Every
Yes.
Yeah,
wow.
that's
Every
not even a
single one.
joke. Like I've seen the pictures. Every single fucking one.
Holy crap.
Wonderful. And then like the second most one we have is a Fire Emblem. We're just missing 2, freaking Ike and Fire Emblem Chrom, because those 2 are just so freaking expensive. Oh
Oh,
no. And then
Lord.
Splatoon, because then that one we're just missing 3. But yeah.
Damn.
Hmm.
That's
Damn.
cool. Honestly, that's really impressive, honestly. Because
No
like,
kidding.
especially like especially I'd imagine for like Fire Emblem, there'd have to be some stuff like you were saying, like for like Ike and Chrom that would be really expensive or hard to find.
Well, I
Like,
took advantage, like, when they first came out, I bought them almost immediately. Like, the Marth I have right now, you can find, like, you can't find them cheaper than 60 plus. It's ridiculous.
wow.
Yeah.
See, and I remember back in the day when I would actually find a bunch of Marths too at like Target.
Yeah. Exactly. Oh, that's not even get started about female Corrin. Female Corrin, that girl, oh boy. $100 easy.
Jesus. All right. Anyway, before that could be a whole nother episode we record right there.
100%. My
Yeah,
amiibo collection
let's
can
save
be
that.
like a full
No,
hour.
let's
30
save
minutes.
that. Let's save that for a whole other episode. But I'm glad you guys are excited for Christmas again. It's Christmas week as of this recording. So I'm hoping you all, like, for whatever you celebrate, Christmas, Hanukkah, all the other holidays and stuff that I'm forgetting that are in there that I probably should be remembering at some point
that
in
are
my
in
life.
this month somewhere.
Thank you all so much for deciding to spend it here with us at Zach the Street Fighter, and thank you both so much for joining me today for this
Hell yeah.
episode.
Oh no, thank you for having me. Freaking hell. I love
Yeah.
talking about Christmas. Great.
It Christmas.
Christmas.
So yeah, and so you guys know we will have another episode. Who knows when? It's unscheduled. So thank you guys so much for having, and everyone, Merry Christmas, Feliz Navidad, Bon Noel, and have a good one. And I'll talk to you guys in the future. So have a good one to you too as well.
Happy holidays, y'all. There you go. I spoke English.
See ya.
Adios.
Bye.